flesh and I am bone. Rise up, ting ting like glitter and gold. I got fire in my soul. Rise up, ting ting like glitter.
This is the Zarr, quite possibly the most satisfying weapon in Warframe's latest update, and maybe in the game on PC right now. The thunk 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 of its reload in itself is amazing as you stuff cannonballs down the barrel. 1 minute the Zarr is a big feckin' cannon, and with the flick of a switch it becomes a big feckin' shrapnel launching flak cannon. So it's got two separate fire modes, cannon mode and barrage mode, that you can switch between with your alternate fire button. Now the cannon mode allows you to fire explosive cannonballs at range, which will then split off into cluster bombs on impact. It's like a bigger version of the Cullstar, a much bigger version, and the explosive radius of the initial cannonball is 5 meters, with the cluster bombs spreading out from that point of impact. Now the cluster bombs don't deal any self damage, but the cannonballs will deal full self damage and easily kill you in one shot. So you will need to be prepared for that moment when you're certain that you've switched from cannon mode to barrage mode, only to realise, shit, I didn't, and end up corpse launching your Warframe clean across the map. It's going to happen, expect it at least once. Now the barrage mode is essentially a close range shotgun or flak cannon. It fires 6 shrapnel pellets in a very wide arc. Multi-shot mods will of course increase your pellet count, and it has a range of 15 meters. Anything beyond that range will take no damage whatsoever, so you will need to get right up close and personal. So what are the advantages and disadvantages of using the Zarr? Well, its biggest advantage is that it deals huge amounts of damage. It's a beast in both cannon and barrage mode. It's got a decent crit and status chance. You can fire it in between each reload as well. Compared to other explosive weapons, it has a larger ammo pool for you to draw from. If your first shot doesn't kill, then chances are the follow-up cluster bombs definitely will. Now the Zarr's biggest disadvantage for me personally would be how quickly you can blow yourself up, because I've been doing it nearly every mission, because you're dealing full self damage, not just a small bit like the Tonkor. You're dealing all of that damage in one go to your own Warframe if you're too close to the explosion. So don't forget which mode your Zarr is on before firing it at something that's 1 meter away. Probably the biggest disadvantage for the barrage mode is that 15 meter cutoff point for damage will mean that you need to get right up close to any enemy, and you might not want to do that if you're using a weaker Warframe. The weapon also draws from the sniper ammo pool, so maybe having Carrier with his new kind of passive or an ammo mutator mod on will be something that you will want to be running with. So I've been running with prime fast hands on my Zarr because of how slow the weapon's reload can be. It only has 3 cannonballs shoved down its barrel, and each one is reloaded separately, so I felt a reload mod was kind of needed for me. That doesn't mean that you guys will need a reload mod, that is just personal preference I guess. I also tried it out with a Toxic Chroma and Prime Fast Hands at the same time and got near instant reloads, which was awesome. Maybe you guys should check that out and see if you enjoyed it. So this is my current Zarr build. I have a Riven mod on mine, but I also have a build for you guys with no Riven mod on it, because these Riven mods are just random as fuck, the stats that you get. If you wanted, you could drop out one of the dual status mods in order to put in either a crit mod or I guess Firestorm either. The reason I haven't put Firestorm in there is because I like using the barrage mode a little bit more than the cannon mode because of how often I kill myself. Now if you're running with a Smita, then of course its charm will increase your critical chance enough in order for you to deal a lot more damage, so that is always an option as well if you've got one of those Kavats. I will have a video up on the Riven mod system and my thoughts on it in the next few days. I'm just waiting for them to implement some of the fixes that they've mentioned on a recent dev workshop with regards lowering the reroll prices of the Kuva that you need in order to get different stats on those mods, and making Kuva a guaranteed spawn on those siphons on planets beside Fortress tilesets. But you guys can let me know what you think of the Zarr. How good is it? How many times have you blown yourself up with it? And don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed the video, or don't if you didn't. Subscribe for more Warframe, and as always, thanks very much for watching.
Come get some.